What's up, witches? Fire up your sage. We need it tonight. I offer this to you. Whoever you are here with me, welcome. Check in. Hi, Honeycomb Blues. Hello. Thank you for being the first to check in. Where are you watching from? Let me know. I'm interested. Oh my goodness, what a day. Happy Mercury Retro. Huh? Happy Mercury Retro. Um, just it's at a dead stop retrograde right now. So it hasn't been any motion, but no motion forward too. So, tomorrow we start actually tracking motion backwards. Um, it is in Scorpio, which makes for intense internal thought processes. Remember, when Mercury's retrograde, things go internal and it becomes review and rehash and, revise time. So you can find yourself going over and over things, and they tend to be scorpionic type things. So tend to be extremes, times that, old wounds, old grudges, things like that. Um, it also really, really matters what house it's in. I would say even more than the sign. But in your natal chart, in what house in your natal chart, because in your natal chart, the sign and the house are always going to be paired, you know. So when Mercury goes through a particular sign, it is also going to be hitting a particular house in your chart, and it's really important to know what that is, because that's the arena of your life that's really going to go kind of haywire or really go underground and esoteric. I don't know. Hard to put into words with Mercury retro, but mine is happening entirely in my 12th house. So the spotlight is on mental health and those thought processes and everything else. And what I'm feeling is just fog, just the brain fog. I feel like I've got cotton packed into my head and it's slowing everything down. I did a bunch of shoots today and I was tripping all over myself the entire time. I'm dropping a lot of stuff. Hi, Jennifer. Hello from Pennsylvania. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you again. Good to see you every week. So yeah, I've been fumbling things, dropping things. So tonight, right off the rip here, I want to invite you to get down out of your head and into your body. Just like take a second, breathe out. Feel like your center of gravity hit your butt. Anchored. And just bring your awareness and your thoughts into your body. How does it feel? How do your hands feel? How do your arms feel? How do your legs feel? How does your neck feel and your shoulders? Let's take a second to roll your shoulders back and kind of down. And also take a second to create some space between your back teeth. Let your jaw drop a little bit. And unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let it be in the bottom of your mouth. If you do those three things, drop your shoulders, relax your jaw, unstick your tongue, you will take away a lot of pain, a lot of tension. Those are three ways that we really hold a lot of tension. Remember, these are the strongest muscles in your body. And they just, there are days when it's just like I have to work to get this relaxed. So let's spend tonight on the practical and the physical, because we're still in Virgo moon. It goes into Libra very early tomorrow morning, like just after midnight in the Eastern time zone. And so, even though Mercury retro, things aren't available on a practical level, I feel like I would struggle to find words for anything beyond, as Buffy says, fire pretty. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Cheers. You will notice in the description, there is a link to my Patreon and there is a link to my Discord. What up? Are you proud of me? I am proud of me because it's taken a lot of work to get here. Just a lot of learning and Discord. My daughter was telling me about it, and I'm like, so what? And she just couldn't really explain it to me. And then I finally, she sat down and said, here's what it looks like. And then I just watched a couple of videos and started really pulling it together. It is by no means together. It needs a community. It needs members. So the link is there. There will be channels on the Discord that are Patreon exclusive. And if you go to my Patreon page, you'll see, what the levels are. I'll tell you briefly since it's launched. Yay! And I launched it before Mercury went retro. So thank you, Lisa. I'm proud too. Okay, so the bottom level is Initiate, and that's $3 a month, and that gives you early access to my new moon and full moon videos every month, and access to Patreon exclusive channels. My second level is Priestess, and it's $9 a month, and you get everything in the previous one, but you will also get exclusive video contents every month. I am working on deep dive astrology videos, ritual videos, things like that, but you can expect one big in a month, probably more. The Goddess level is $27 a month, and that gets you everything in the previous levels, plus a one-on-one personal reading with me every month via Zoom. You get a recording of it, 20-minute reading every month. So one-on-one time. So I'm thinking, let's see, we're 10 minutes in. I want to get to the readings quickly because I'm thinking tonight if we go less than an hour and a half, maybe some of you could scoot over to Discord and watch me fumble around with what do I do now? Anyway, we'll talk about it, all right? But I'm telling you, the cards have been amazing with me. Everything that I pick up from the light seers to the just everything I've been asking, the Nightmare Before Christmas deck that I just reviewed today. Was that just today? I think that just dropped today. Everything has been talking about business and saying, go, go, go. And things have been saying, don't rush it. Let things unfold organically. Go ahead and do it, but don't, so it's been really clear. And I'm so glad I got it up before Mercury went retro. Say that 10 times fast, I dare ya. Video or it didn't happen. But since it's turned now, immediately things that need to be redone are going to come up for review, and I'll be able to get it all, situated while it's just us, it's just us. So I'm very excited about it. Any tips, resources that you have would be greatly appreciated. All right, let's get it going. Tonight I have the Mystic Manga Tarot. I haven't touched it since I unboxed it months and months ago. And I remember that I really liked it, though. I liked the book. I liked the meanings. It was good. So I pulled it out. It called my name. I asked it for a validation, and I was shuffling, and a card flipped out, and it was the World. So it's like, what more can you ask for? Where, will this deck help? I also asked Socrates what decks I should use, and he was a dick, but he gave me good advice. So, right, Socrates, here we go. Hey, Socrates, are you a dick?
No fucking way.
You knew he'd say that. You knew he'd say that. All right. So let's uncork our water and ask for the ancestors and the allies. And I have this water over here too. And guides and guardians to come and be present. I offer you water, the sweet and the salt. I offer you light. I offer you sage. And I offer you the fire of Azrael. And let the mystical manga soak up some of that divination stuff. So usually on Mercury Retro, readings are not difficult because it's very easy to think in these non-practical, psychic, esoteric kind of ways. The problem is explaining it to somebody because I go to say, and it's like, if I could only find the words to tell you. So I've already wakened these up, and I have not wakened up the Psycards. So mystical manga and Psycards. You might remember experiences with Psycards before. They're amazing. Frickin' amazing. All right, so those are awake now. And these, we'll give these a little blast too. What the hell? All right. To see who we're reading for first tonight. Okay, up first is Pisces. All right, mystical manga. First thing I remembered about this deck is just how easily it shuffles. Look at this. I mean, they bend like fabric, but they're sturdy. I think I could be like a one-woman cardstock activist. You got to do something with your life, right? All right, for Pisces, what does Pisces need to know right now? tonight for the next week. Heads up, Pisces, they're telling me quit. Okay. All right. The Magician. Time to get busy on something, Pisces. You have everything you need to do it. Just do it. You have the basic skills that you need. You know what it is you want. The wish card here says, I know, here's my dearest wish, but there's something holding you back. What is it? What's that thing that's holding you back? Dare to wish for it. Because Three of Wands there says ships are coming in, that you've put in the work, you have the skills, and you have the desire. But I think you need to commit to that desire a little bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, was that me? Was that the cards? And I almost just put my back out. So I will also tell you that I got a shot in my back today to keep it from going out so much. So I got to be a little bit careful here as I sit. All right. Anyway, peace and the Inquirer. All right. So the Inquirer indicates. All right. So peace within yourself, but also asking the questions of, what does peace mean to me? What does inner peace mean? What does it mean to live a peaceful life? And, different people, we all want the same things, the same basic things, love, food, shelter, connection, purpose, those kinds of basic things. But beyond that, we have different styles, and some people's, their ideal life is, I want to be going and running and doing all the time. And some people's big goal for life is, I just want to get some inner peace. I want to come to peace. So this is talking about defining, what does peace mean to you? What does it mean? So if some people that have things going on all the time, or they're traveling all the time, that brings them peace because they're feeling fulfilled. So time, Pisces, to really think about what it is that means peace to you, what brings a feeling of peace to you. Ask those questions and define it now. And then it's time to get this wish cranking here. All right, because you've got everything you need. It's set to pop if you just start doing it. I'm telling you, I'm just very fumbly. Ding. All right, let's have a bell. Right. I did not offer sound to the cards. I'm offering you sound. Just a small ding, because if you're listening with headphones, I don't want to hurt you. You know, you'd be bleeding out your eardrums. All right. Who's up next? Taurus. All right, Taurus. What do our Venusians need to hear? What practical advice do you need, Taurus? And these are the ones we're going to take from, and they're telling me take them from the top here because these came face up. So that's what we're doing. And we have a king, a knight, and a king. Fuck. All right. Who hates court cards? Raise your hand. Okay. Taurus, a lot of people around you. A lot of opinions. This is what I see when a lot of court cards come up, or they come up in groups. It just says that there's a lot of opinions around you. And what your first job is to decide which of those matter in the situation, in the circumstance, which opinions around you matter to you, and which are just stirring the pot, you know? King of Swords talks about, and this can be a person externally, but I'm feeling this internally for you. King of Swords is the big doubt. You can never do it. It'll never work, are the phrases that I'm hearing. I'm going to try and do this without reaching for their book. The King of Wands, on the other hand, and look at how they're looking away from each other. Do you see this? So this is the way forward. He's leading the pack. He's on the way forward. And the King of Wands is, I have something to say and I'm going to say it. I have something to present to the world. I have a creative energy. I have something to create. Here I come. And it's someone that has achieved, because this is a king. So looking at what you have achieved, your creative projects, so that you can start talking back to this guy who says you can't do it this time. Okay? That you're not going to make it, that you haven't done what you could have done. In the middle of this is the Knight of Coins. He's talking about new skills with resources. I just heard back to basics, like really loud. So time to get back to basics financially, to, nuts and bolts, make a budget, whatever. No more flying by the seat of your pants is what I'm hearing financially. So even if you're flying hand to mouth, doesn't have to be by the seat of your pants. You can plan out from what you know you're going to have. And we got 3 here. Friendship. Yes, the libido. Oh, dear. All right. Well, Taurus, it sounds like there might be a friend with benefits, or a relationship where you are also friends. But it's also saying that there's a sexual connection, or at least a deeply intimate spiritual connection. Libido is the desire. All right, hold on. All right, these are splitting into 2. So I'm just seeing the big yes in the middle to doing things with some friends. And again, blanket warning for this pandemic. There are people that are in your bubble, but if you're not, the people really in your bubble are the people in your household. If you have, family members and they're in their bubble too, every time you're with people, there's a risk. But then my nurse friend posted something on Facebook the other day, and she said, get over this. I'm not ever going to get it. We're all going to get this at some point, but we're trying not to all get it at the same time. And I personally am trying not to fucking get it until after there's a vaccine of some sort. Personally. So anyway, being careful and wearing masks and distancing. You can still be in space. We went over to a friend's house on Friday, had a fire. They were on that side of the fire pit. We were on this side. We could have a wonderful time hanging out together without ever being closer than 12 feet to each other. So friendship, yes. The libido, take care of yourself, whether you're in a partnership or not. Maybe this is talking about cranking up that desire to just accomplish something, the desire for life, the will to live, the love of life, the joie de vivre. So yeah, check the opinions, your creativity, look at what is talking back to you that you need to talk back to, and then by all means, spend some time with a friend, with a lover. Take care of yourself, Taurus. Taurus needs those sensual comforts. As do we all. I'm so looking forward to, let's leave out half the words. I'm so looking forward to hearing you talk back to me. Okay, Capricorn is up next. And the Wheel of Fortune comes a-flying out. Things are changing, Capricorn. And yes, they are, considering the Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn stellium that's been in Capricorn for God knows how long, for fucking ever at this point, I think. That has all turned direct. Saturn is at, I think, 25 now. So soon-ish, it will be out of your sign. And then Jupiter will be quickly behind it. I don't know whether Jupiter will make it out first or Saturn. I don't know. All right, I'm taking them. So once those 2 planets clear, then we've got like 4 more years. 4 or 5 more years until Pluto clears Capricorn. And look, same card in the same spot. So Wheel of Fortune says things are moving on, Capricorn, finally, that you're finally going through a seasonal change in your life. Um, Hopefully that means some of the heaviness will lift. And what are we talking about here? We've got the Five of Swords, Three of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Two of Wands. All right. So this talks about ships coming in, achievements met, seeing the fruits of your labor. This is talking about a battle. All right, hold on. I'm going to have to restrict myself to 3 no matter who comes flying out because my brain is muddled. All right, so we have to set boundaries here. And the 2 and the 3, it's all about responsibility, taking responsibility, Capricorn. There's certainly a battle that has been won or lost. All right. Why are these muddled for me? 3 wands and a sword. Okay, so breaking it down, the 3 wands are about creativity, about taking responsibility for your territory, fighting for it if you have to, defending your boundaries. It's funny, they came out in the exact opposite order. Okay, so defending your boundaries and possibly fighting for them if need be, and watching the results of the actions you've taken coming in. Now I'm looking at these two facing each other. So, and what I just heard very loudly is walking away from a battle. Walking away from a battle because you have achievements and things that you've won without having to win in this particular arena with these particular people. Okay. Hi, baby Joe. How you doing, honey? All right. And we have Death and the Beast. All right, time for something to go to Betty by for good and forever here, Capricorn. The Beast just talks about that uncontrollable part of you, the things that you think are out of control. Hold up. All right. Yeah. Facing up to evil, standing up to bad things. Drawing a line in the sand. So back to this battle here, just standing up and drawing a line in the sand. Time to let go of something for good and forever, and time to stand up against something that's just not right. It's time to make yourself be heard, Capricorn. There's the message I'm getting. Make yourself be heard. And the Wheel of Fortune is the one that says it is time. That's like the key phrase for that card. It is time to. All right. Who's up next? Aries. Let's see how many we got here. All right. 1, 2. I'm going to take these 2. And then I'm going to take 1 of these. We have the King of Cups, the 8 of Cups, and the 5 of Coins. All right. So the King of Cups talks about emotional mastery, really claiming your emotional territory. That means being willing to feel what needs to be felt, and being willing to, on this retrograde, to the review for you here is times of failed romance, or relationships where I just heard the phrase "I'm not enough," where there was this feeling of "I'm not enough," or the realization that realization you have that you can't change somebody, you can't change them emotionally, you can't make them change. So it's I'm walking away from this now. And then the 5 of Coins talks about being out in the cold, feeling abandoned. So this talks about abandonment, that sense of abandonment. And the King of Cups says it's time to really look at this issue in your life. And I got news for you. Every kind of abuse is a form of abandonment. It is. If, there's physical abuse by a parent, that parent is abandoning their duty of, they're abandoning that child in the worst way. Abuse from a partner is abandonment. Any abuse that you take in relationships is a form of abandonment. So the king just says it's time to step in there and look at it and go, how has this topic affected my life? And what have I done to recover from that? What have I done to grow from that? What have I learned from that? Oh, all right, we'll take you. And Aries doesn't easily go into topics like this. I mean, well, it depends on their moon, actually. But Aries' first instinct is to fight something. The puzzle and work. There you go, Aries. It's something that just needs to be puzzled out. All right? So there's a part of your story that just still needs for you to tease it apart and look at the threads of it. Here's this thread, and where has that thread led in my life? We end up with this big Gordian knot tangle of all of the events that we've been through and the traumas we've been through, and it all gets tangled up together. And then we have behaviors that have come from those traumas and those events that sometimes we can't trace them back and we don't know where they came from, so it's harder to get rid of them. But if you can do the work and tease out this puzzle, it's almost like taking the puzzle pieces apart, before you can put them back together again. So Aries, yeah, that's for you. You've got some work to do as far as just having more emotional autonomy. Because when you get rid of the old traumatic stuff and you understand it and you appropriately release the emotional energy, then you have all kinds of energy available to you. You have all that emotional energy available to enjoy life and to create and invest in life. Right? All right, Virgo. So I was thinking about doing a live stream, either shifting live stream 2 or adding one on like middle of a Saturday afternoon, 2 to 3-ish, something like that. Would that be a time that you'd be interested in? You'd be available for stuff? Let's find out. All right. So this is Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? The Fool, the Star, and Death. Holy mackerel-andy. All right. And you know what I need to stop using that phrase. Do you see how I'm saying the opposite of what I want to say? I need to stop using that phrase because it comes from an old, very racist show. All right. We'll leave you there. The Fool, the Star, and Death. So time to get something new going, Virgo. Time for a fresh start. Time for a renewal of your energy. So this retro period, this first week of it anyway, look at how you can renew. What can you do to feel like you've hit the reset button and to sort of renew your energies? The Star says to do something that you find inspiring, do something impractical, spiritual. Something that's going to enthuse you again. This also talks about, inspiration for artists. It's also one of the psychic cards. It's also the card that shows up when your guides are going, we're still here. You never call. You don't call. You don't write. We don't Zoom. So your guides are showing up to say it's time to stop and listen. And then the Death card there also indicates that it's time for a real hard reset. So with Death and the Fool together, it really is time for a big restructure of life so that you can feel refreshed. And I'm getting a very strong emphasis on health. I mean, that's Virgo's natural realm, their natural sixth house. Virgo naturally rules the sixth house. All those words went together in some order there. So, taking care of your health, Virgo, what are you doing for that? This might be a good time. I'm wondering about this Mercury retro, if it's a good time to start new habits. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, so yeah, connect with your guides. Get something reset. Get your health regimen together. Peace the cave. Virgo, you need some serious alone time. And not like alone with everybody in your family, alone in the home or out alone. Go sit by a river, go sit by a lake, go for a leaf drive. I don't know where you live. Do you have leaves that change? What's beautiful around you? Go for a drive to look at that. Something, and that's what I'm really seeing, running water. So if you can go next to running water or moving water, it makes it easier for your guides to get through and talk to you. But we've got to get over something and make sure it's done for good here. And it's retreat time. Just a retreat, Virgo. That was a tough one with 3 major arcana. That's big things going on. Endings and beginnings. With spirit in the middle. Samhain's coming. It's also time to grieve who we've lost in the last year. That could have something to do with it. Okay, up next is Libra. Oops. All right. What do our Libra friends need to know? Just a couple days before their new moon. Oh boy. All right. Seriously boundary setting time for Libra. Not something you're very good at naturally. You are very okay with people kind of encroaching. As long as their energy's good, you know. Come on in, I got no boundaries. So 9 of Wands is talking about setting those boundaries. The Ace of Swords says now. It also says that the new beginning for you comes with how you cut things away, with what you get rid of, what you cut away. So it's decision-making time. Time to let some things go, Libra. What am I done with here? Set the boundary, cut the tie, and then 2 of Swords here. He doesn't have a blindfold, but he's got his eyes are closed. So that is self-protect mode. So Libra, while we're going through this retro period with the new moon coming up here, just even for a couple of days, it's time to set a hard boundary and either stop or get rid of that thing that is weighing you down. And then after you do that, you're going to be a little bit vulnerable, so keep things close to the vest and go into self. And there's the cave again. Oh my God. So this Mercury retro period, everybody's fucking holding up like we haven't been holed up. Oh, all right. Okay, so we need to add another layer to the cave. It's not just isolation. It's going into a deep dive. It's inner self. Going way deep inside. Get those meditation recordings. Get one. I want to see right here. Okay, I want everybody to tell me what meditation they do on a daily basis. Come on. Come on, I want to see. I'd love to know, first of all. I would love to know what you do. But I want to see. Do it every day. It makes, I mean, lately, I have been just ridiculously psychic about everyday things. Every day I say something to somebody in my house and they say, oh my God, I was just thinking that. Because I'm doing this practice every day, every day, every day. Now, if I stop doing it, I'll backslide, you know. I've been doing it for months and I'm determined. Shit happens, we all know that. So anytime you have a commitment to do it and you fall off that horse, get back on. Just get back on. Don't judge yourself, get back on. Okay? But what is your favorite kind of meditation? I'm curious about that. So the cave for Libra is liberation. The cave is where you can set yourself free. So Libra, it is so hard for you to draw boundaries in real time that maybe you just have to cut ties or recognize where a boundary is not being acknowledged and isn't going to be acknowledged, and that's where the tie has to be cut in order to protect yourself, in order to, you know, be good to yourself. And then going deep within meditation, going deep inside yourself, you know, the safest place in the whole wide world is your liberation from that. So, interesting. These seem really specific. And, you know, I always think, oh, I'm reading for thousands of people, but I'm not. It's just us. Okay, Cancers. What do we got? Chakra and past life. I love, yes. There is a woman named Lane Redmond, and she, hold on. And where am I typing this? God only knows. Typing away. Got to put your cursor somewhere. All right. So Lane Redmond, chakra meditation. She has this walking meditation where you're just stepping. You have your eyes closed and you're just step, step, step. It's in rhythm. She's a frame drummer, so incredible frame drumming. That right away puts both hemispheres of your brain on full alert, and they're synced up together, and it's really amazing, the energy. But she talks you through going through the chakras and when they flash out with light. I mean, it's just incredible. The fun thing is, I will have my eyes closed, and when I'm stepping, I'm not really lifting my feet up off the ground. I'm just sort of shifting my weight. And when I open my eyes, I will have spun around like, you know, 180 degrees or more. It's funny. Okay, Cancer. Oops. Oops. Mercury's working for me tonight. Page of Wands. And there's those three again. All right, we've got a lot of repeats tonight. The Page of Wands talks about communication. Time to start saying things. Time to make yourself heard. It can also be the beginning of a creative project, acquiring new skills creatively. And here we have the Ace and the Two of Swords again. So you too have to look at what needs to be cut off here. Self-protect mode is in the center. Make sure that it's not a wall. Make sure that it's just a nice boundary, but not, you know, something that is too rigid. And I just heard protect your ideas. And Ships Coming In says things are starting to pay off for you. Now, I am going to grab the book here and look at the Page of Wands. All right. Here he is. Young person inexperienced at the task they're considering undertaking. Has discovered or rediscovered something that flames the fire of his passion and is eager to rush in and learn and experience all he can. Okay, so this is strong enthusiasm. So the pages are like that raw energy, and this is fire, obviously. So rediscovering your enthusiasm, Cancer, this can pull you through. If you're still in the doldrums, this can pull you through, is rekindling some enthusiasm and some creative fire about something. If there's a kit or a craft thing that you've just wanted to do, fuck it, do it, you know, get something to get the juices flowing. But these talking about, and I'm hearing receiving, achieving and receiving here, but we've got to cut something off and protect ourselves first. And protect your ideas as well. All right, Cancer. Turn this around. Union the body. All right, Cancer, you got to get in sync with what your body needs nutritionally. One of the things that I've, over the last several years, really gotten into is bone broth. It is such a dense nutrition, particularly if you have digestive issues or stomach issues, and it doesn't matter whether you make it out of beef or, chicken or turkey bones. You can make it out of any bones, but it's just really good nutrition that's very, very easy on the gut. So, something like that. But this is just talking about really connecting with what your body needs to heal in order to heal, and letting your body know, I'm on your side. I'm on your side, and I'm willing to let go of some bad habits in order to bring in good health, in order to feel like we are a team. All right? So cancers can particularly have trouble with tummies and bladders. Cancer rules anything that is a container. So the bladder, the stomach, the breasts are all under Cancer. Gemini. Gemini, your sun ruler has just gone retrograde. Oop. And we got 4 here too. What the hell? The Empress, the World, the Marriage card, and the Page of Coins. All right. So Gemini, it's about gratitude. Gratitude for everything that you have, being very specifically grateful about the wonderful things that are in your life so that we can keep the flow going here. The World, the Empress in the World says that you can write your ticket right now, Gemini, but it's got to be planned. And this talks about doing it with a partner, having someone, whether this is your family life partner or whether this is a collaborative partner. It's saying that the world is your oyster right now. Things are opening up to you. A lot is available to you right now. And Page of Coins, let's go to him. What was I reading from the other day that, also talks about Page of Coins, as I always read him, being talking about lessons, learning, doing some structured learning, taking a class, really upping your skills, but really going after the knowledge in a practical way. Interested in and curious about the physical world, loves to understand how things work on a practical level. That's Gemini for sure. For him, efficiency is elegant, although he can take that to an extreme, leading to laziness or lack of innovation. He gets comfortable with the way things are, which makes him adaptable, but he prefers to be known to the unknown and might resist change. He prefers the known to the unknown and might resist change. Okay. Gemini generally doesn't resist change. In fact, it's what they're really good at. So here they're talking about being a little more practical with things, Gemini. Get some practical information and knowledge under your belt, but it's definitely time to collaborate and tap into this abundance, big abundance that's available to you. Oh yeah, the Karma cards. Hi, Jennifer. The Karma cards, I just use them to take us through the signs, so I don't have to remember where we're going, and so it's in random order. So we have Liberation again, and we have the Liar. Oh. All right, Gemini. Let's see here. Well, I think we need to liberate ourselves from any illusions that you're holding, Gemini. Think about, how you think about the world, or maybe a place where you've got an idea locked in. You've got a judgment locked in. about somebody that's good or bad, a situation that's good or bad, or maybe what people's motivations are, or what what they're thinking about you, those kind of things. That's the liar. Those are the stories that we make in our heads about, you know, I know what's going on now. Being the psychic person you are, Gemini. At least the Gemini's watching tarot videos. You do pick up on things. But what do you want to do with that? What do you want to do with that? Are you going to go to people where you're sensing a conflict and confront them with things like that and all that fallout? Or are you just going to take that information and go, okay, now what am I going to do in response to that, and sort of move around it? And that's what I'm getting the image of, is moving around things rather than listening to the story. So that's what the liberation is. Set yourself free from this grinding of what people are thinking about you and what they're going to say. Okay? Because that's just, it doesn't do you any good. Time to liberate from there, because there's so much waiting for you, Gemini. So much. Okay. Probably like the only one of us that's looking at that kind of abundance right now, but Sagittarius. Oops. So yeah, Jennifer, the karma cards are awesome. All right, we have the Queen of Swords. And there's one there. Five of Wands. It's been all about wands, and I had one flip on the bottom, and I'm taking that one too. Five of Swords, Five of Wands. The fives are cards about conflict. It's things kind of going south. All right. Sag, this is addressing disgruntlement that you have, and also talks about old wounds and the armor that's come from them. Looking at where old wounds have kind of calcified into behavior or attitude. You know? So if you look at, you know, when you have unhealed wounds, you have to keep them shielded because it's very tender. Those places are raw and tender. When you work on them and heal them, then you can take the armor off because those places aren't tender anymore. You don't need to protect them. So what does that do? Of course, opens you up to a greater experience of life. The Five of Wands here, there's all these wands being handed to him. So I'm thinking, Sagittarius, it's going to be time to make a choice about what you decide to do or decide to pick up. Which one am I claiming? Ooh, I just heard something in the woods. Hold up. We get lots of critters out there. Okay, I got my ears open. Okay. So the Five of Wands here is talking about, you know, a lot of things being thrust at you. Here, do this, do this, do this. You can do this. You're going to have to decide which, if any, of those you pick up. So she's looking over this way. She's saying, being very discriminating about this. Use your intellect, clear-mindedness, and, you know, have your eyes open about what you choose to pick up here. Because on the other side, it's like there's going to be, you can't do it all, first of all. All right, looking for words. Hold on. Okay, I just heard what you choose to take on makes the difference between victory and defeat. So the choice in the beginning either sets up success or failure, or victory or defeat. So be very, very discriminating about what you choose to take on right now, Sag. All right. The Stranger in the Wheel. All right. So the Stranger, if I'm correct, talks about hidden things. The places that, the kind of the shadow self. And it says that there's a change happening here. Okay. Yes, the part of our nature that we've shut out. Can be you, can be somebody else, but someone that's been pushed aside or just disregarded. not considered as part of, or not considered for what they might be able to do. The wheel talks about things turning. So let's see here. I think there's just going to be a change as far as someone coming forward that you haven't really thought of before or regarded before, or maybe someone that you, I mean, because it's the stranger. So what I'm getting here is there's going to be some stuff that you find out about someone that you might have known for a while, but all of a sudden it's like, wow, I never knew that about you. But I'm also getting the sense that it's kind of a helpful thing, that there's somebody that's got something that can help you, a skill of some sort that can help you. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm bumbling tonight. We have Leo up next. Oh, me. Oh, can we turn him over? Okay. Let's just do this then. Or we could do it the easy way. They want to come out. Oh, that's 5. No, we're just doing 3. The Knight of Coins, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Wands. God, over and over again. And here we've got the Queen of Coins, and we do get the 10 of Coins. So there's actually some new ones there. So Page of Wands, enthusiasm, Knight of Coins, getting some shit together on a resource level. So here is teaming up resources with ideas. So Leo, looking at the ideas that you have that you're enthused about and asking, what are the resources that I have to make this happen? What do I already have? What have I already achieved that can push these things forward? I mean, that's all I'm getting on that. And then over here we had a couple. Queen of Coins is being able to make more out of your resources. So she goes over there. 10 of Coins says there is financial reward available, that it's time to come into success on a financial level, Leo. I heard every word of that. You know, when you do the kind of thing that I do, there are ways to go out and make money, but the ideal is just to be like this, to be able to just give it away. Here's what I have, I'm giving it to you. And then having people support that effort. That's why I love Patreon so much, because it's not just, I can only sell the things I make with my hands, or just the hours that I can book out. It really does connect you with your people in a really important way. The puzzle, no. Oof. The puzzle, no. Father. All right. The temperature's coming down, so the humidity's coming down, and I have my window wide open because I've got all this heat here. And it's getting so damn humid. All right. The puzzle. So this is something that needs to be worked out, but the puzzle, no. Card full of puzzling implications. In our lives, we come face to face occasionally with situations where we're forced to make an agonizing choice. There's often no clue given as to which course to take. So this talks about a situation where you have to make a choice blind. Yikes. No. All right, there's the no. It's saying you refuse to make a choice blind. That, and if you choose not to decide, that's a choice as well. But refusing to choose without the information, particularly on a Mercury retro, my God, for this next week. So if you're being faced with a choice and you have to accept something sight unseen or on a contract unread or anything, say no. Say no, say no. Father talks about be an authority. Stand in your authority, Leo. Say, fuck no, here's what I'm going to do. All right. But business things looking good, I gotta say. Scorpio's up next. There's a 1. 4 of Wands, Scorpio. All right, they don't want to go back in, so we're taking them. King of Cups, Page of Coins, Knight of Coins. Holy shit, the same ones over and over and over again. So you too, Scorpio, talking about lots of opinions around you, and you've seen how much I've shuffled these cards, right? So partnership is key here, a creative collaboration, blending your energies with someone. King of Cups is that emotional mastery, talks about a lot of opinions going on around you, but also a lot of people to collaborate with. Let's see here. Page and Knight of Coins, one of them is on a learning level, whether you're teaching them or you're learning from them, or both. Knight of Coins is on a resource level. So somebody that can help you deal with finances, or somebody that can help you deal with the practical setup of things. So somebody that's got like practical skills beyond yours that can help you here. And then King of Cups is your emotional support. Looking at where you get your emotional support from. And it looks like you've got it in abundance with King of Cups. It says there's somebody there that's your cheerleader, that's going to uphold you, Scorpio. Okay, you want to come out? Now, Scorpio. The Tower and the Sage. Now, the Tower in this deck, I believe, talks more about achievement and structure than it does like the Tower in the Tarot. A castle. So yes, achievement gained in the face of adversity. Sometimes the arrogant conscious mind repressing the unconscious mind beneath it. It can often presage the pride that goes before a fall. It can also stand for male sexuality. Okay, so this can talk about getting a little too full of yourself. But it's saying that now is the time, Scorpio. And the Sage talks about advice, or it talks about your own wisdom. And I'm going to go with your own wisdom here. That it's time now, Scorpio, to acknowledge that you have experience, you have wisdom, you know what you know, and that can be translated into achievement, into building something. So we've got this kind of building something card here too. So definitely time to get collaborative, Scorpio, to let some other people in on your plans and to see who can help me. All right? Take your wisdom there and ask faux help. Thank God the Tylenol and the Sudafed kicked in. You know, you might be noticing in my videos lately that I've got, you know, I'm kind of hoarse. And that is all about just all the stuff that's in the air. I mean, the wildfires are putting so much into the air right now. And I'm not out west, but it's coming. It's in the air. It's being, you know, it's moved to us. And we've got pollen, and we've got leaves dying and dead, and lots of mold. And we had massive rain the other day. That was awesome. So there's a lot to make my head hurt. Okay. Thank you. Oh, good. They gave me just 3. This is Aquarius. Our last one up. We get 4 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Well, there's one that we've had before. I think every reading that we've done had cards from before. All right. But Aquarius, it's in the emotional realm for you here. Time to deal with your disappointment, your dissatisfaction. What are you just miffed about, disgruntled about? Oh, Rose and Shantae. Oh my God. Prayers for you. If it's affecting me here, I can't imagine what it's like for you. I just can't even imagine what it's like for you. Oh, Rose. I'm sorry, darling. Okay. So the Four of Cups talks about dissatisfaction, disgruntlement, disappointment. The Six of Cups is memory, remembrance. And the Page of Wands is looking away from those and looking forward. So again, Aquarius, past hurts. Looking at, good memories, first of all. Maybe balancing the disappointments against the good memories. Here were some good things, you know? And then looking forward into, this is my life now. Time to let go of the past and look forward to the next thing that I have to offer to the world, you know? Mill Valley, okay. Oakland. We were in Oakland. Ooh, flying. So in 2012, the year my daughter graduated from high school, her graduation present was a trip to San Francisco. And we actually stayed in Oakland. We stayed, I don't remember, it was this little, what's the name of the square? It's named after a writer, Jack London. I don't know. This could be totally coming out my ass. Jack London Square. I don't know. It's in Oakland, and there was this little hotel, cheapest hotel we could find there, and it was, on the cheap side, but it was okay. Right across the street from Yoshi's in Oakland. And we stayed at a hotel, but the rest of my tea brothers and sisters, because this was the people that I studied Japanese tea ceremony with. And the Kojinan Temple is in Berkeley. And that's where the rest of the tea brothers and sisters stayed. But because I was the only tea student, my entire family was there, we did not stay at the temple. But I love Oakland. I love San Francisco. I love Berkeley. I'm praying for you guys. Every single fucking morning I'm praying for you. Jack London Square. Yay. I can't believe I pulled that out. Yay for Mercury retrograde. Impractical information, pulled it right out. Okay. So we had an amazing time there. I could actually have lived in Japantown for a couple of weeks, truthfully. And Soko Hardware. I spent so much money at Soko Hardware, and I could go down to that hardware store and buy the entire place. Sapporo ramen. Oh my God. Oh, and I know what I wanted to show you when I started here. I'll get back to you, Aquarius. We got lots of time. I'll get back to you. While we were in San Francisco, this is crazy. Okay. In Japantown, in the mall, there was an incense shop. Amazing stuff. And of course, being tourists, we went in, I started taking pictures, and the guy's like, points to the sign, no pictures. Go menasai. So I got these incenses in California, and the company is Nippon Kodo, and Nippon Kodo incense, they're like the premier Japanese incense company. And I wanted to show you this tonight because I wanted to show you what I was burning on the Virgo moon. I am burning the earth. So these are called elements, and it's earth, water, fire, air, and space. They all smell like the best cologne. The water one, my daughter pulled off a shelf and said, "Oh, smell that." And yeah, it smells like a nice dude. But they all have very, they just distinct perfumes to them, and so exquisite. And Nippon Kodo incense, I mean, you get very slender sticks, and it's subtle. Japanese incense is subtle. It's not an o'ermastering fog like I like to lay down. It ain't Ganesh. And it's good for me because when my sinuses are bad, I can't handle having a big fog laid down. So I was burning for Virgo tonight. I was burning the earth incense, and I wanted to show you that. So, from San Francisco. Actually, that in particular is not from San Francisco because I've ordered it again a couple of times since then. All right, back to Aquarius. Mother and father. All right, Aquarius, it looks like you're spending a lot of time. So this retro period for you is looking back at your parents, at your mother and father, and their legacy to you, good or bad. Their legacy to you. Here's what I was disappointed about. Here's what were good memories. Here's how that's going to fuel me moving forward in my life. Here is how I'm like my mother. Here is how I'm like my father. Here's what I loved about him. Here's what I hated about him. But that's what this retro period is going to be initially about for you, Sagittarius, is just looking back at the family. And I will give you this information too. You certainly know that there are two different houses in your natal chart. One is for romance, one is for committed partnerships. So when we graduate from one to the other, we all have an idea of boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, that kind of romance idea. And those are the things that draw us into a relationship. Fifth house will show what you're attracted to, what kind of person makes you go, huh, it makes you bat your eyes. Seventh house is this is what happens when I commit. This is the type of person and situation. This is where things need to be in order for me to commit. So, and that commitment, that first marriage, I'm sure you've heard the thing of you marry your mother or your father. I've done both, by the way. But the reason is because their relationship is your paradigm for marriage. It's the first interpersonal relationship you saw, if you saw that at all. Some people don't even have that. But their marriage and all of its fucked upness is programmed in your brain pre-verbally. And so until you bring it into consciousness, your psyche's going to take you right there to work it out. So, yeah, family and mother and father for you, Aquarius. And yeah, overpowering scents. I mean, I like overpowering scents, but they do affect me. And when my sinuses are this bad, I have to rinse them out on a daily basis. I mean, actually flush them out. So, yeah, Nippon Kodo, they make the Morningstar incenses. Morningstar sandalwood incense is probably the Japanese incense that everybody knows. Hold on, Rose. I'll show you something else. So these are other incenses from Nippon Kodo. You've probably seen these in every health food store, every hippie store ever. This is in the sandalwood. And yeah, they burn maybe half hour, maybe longer, I don't know. But they're just so very subtle. So this is lotus. It's incredible. And the really nice thing about it is that it's all natural scents. There are no artificial scents. They use all natural things, oils and things, which isn't to say you can't be allergic to them. There's lotus. Let me stick that down in the sand. There. Oh, it's heavenly. All right. Well, Rose, go to Japantown and go to the mall if it's open. If that incense store is still there, it was upstairs. I remember that. Maybe I remember that. You will see all of this stuff. And probably other places in Japantown will have these incenses as well. I would be stunned if they didn't, because Nippon Kodo is huge. I mean, their catalog is to drool over. All right. Well, you guys, what say you? We've got 15 minutes. I can do some individual questions. I can do some Socrates questions. We can hop on over to Discord. The name, let me spell it for you. Nippon Kodo. Yes, Japantown is great. The Daiso. Oh my God. I got, so my my robe that you see me wear. Hold on. My robe that you see me wear on some videos, my summer robe, is a yukata from the Daiso. I think I spent like $20 on it or something, and it's gorgeous. So I spent so much fucking money there, and then we went to Asakichi, which is traditional Japanese, all the Japanese arts like tea ceremony. We went there and spent a whole bunch of money too, buying tea stuff, natsumes and fukusas and stuff that I'm sure you don't know anything about what they are. But Yeah, I spent shit tons of money in San Francisco. It was fabulous. It was wonderful. I want to go back. It's one of my favorite places. That was the second time I'd been there. So, anyway, all right. Other questions? Anything anybody wants to chat about or ask me about? And if you want to, I'm serious. We can go over to Discord and do a voice room. But I'm not going to do it if nobody says they're going. Yeah? Yeah, maybe? Yeah. See, this is my fear. Konichiwa bookstore. I don't think I was there. Oh, Kinokuniya. I don't think I was there. Oh, I mean, we were everywhere. And going into these places and seeing just the ceramics, that's Soko Hardware. When you go down in the basement and they've just got all these incredible ceramics, and that was my back. Sorry. I have to sit still. Um, so, all right, for the rest of you, I mean, we could sit here and have a personal conversation about the wonders of San Francisco. But what does anybody else want? All right, I'm just going to give it 10 more minutes here. Okay, in the mall. Well, this was 8 years ago that we were out there. And I mean, it might have been, we went through pretty much every store in that place, I swear. So we could have been there. I don't think, I mean, we went into a couple of kimono shops and it was just like, holy mackerel, back up slowly. The money, the expense of some of those things, just incredible. But I have always loved the Japanese aesthetic. I have my whole china cabinet downstairs. My hutch is nothing but Japanese tea ceremony stuff and sake sets. So, um, so videos that I'm working on. I will tell you guys too. Um, okay, so Discord is a server. It's kind of like my own personal little social media thing. And I set up channels where we can text chat, or there are voice channels where we go in and everybody can voice chat so we can hear each other. I can also do live streams from there. I can do video and, be on video and hearing you guys. So I do plan to do live streams on that platform at some point. You can do Discord on your phone, you can do it on your PC. Um, but I will look at, I'm sure I will keep a live stream here on YouTube, at least one. But I do want to shift over to doing some live streams there where we can actually chat with each other. There are the Patreon only channels are going to be, there's one called Readers Roundtable. And so at that level, we'll do a voice chat where you can come in to that room and bring a deck, and it'll be like a workshop, reader's workshop. And it's like, okay, let's talk about this topic. Everybody's shuffling and throwing cards, and we can help each other and help each other be better readers. There's going to be an astrology chat channel, same thing, where people that are interested in astrology, we can really talk about things and answer questions. All kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, I know. Well, okay, so for next week, you guys, get your questions ready beforehand. Okay, get some questions ready. And I mean, I know this is going to be a very slow start, particularly since we launched and then retro. But if you are interested in the Discord, there will now be a link below all of my videos, and you can go over there when I'm not on there and just join up and pop in, see who's there. I don't know how long it's going to take to get this started. It's going to take, people signing up to get this started. So, but it costs absolutely nothing to get on the server and to go to my server. It's called the Zen Witch, just like on my YouTube channel. So you can search for it, and I put the invitation link down below. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It was made for gamers. So people that go on and they're gaming, and then all their fans can get on and watch them game, and they can have a conversation with each other. And then, if people want to talk about something and they don't want to do it voice chat, there are parallel text chat channels that you can nip over there and just have a chat room. So, Lisa, yay, boop, boop. I can't remember who it was, one of you guys, when I was talking about it a week or so ago, or I think someone reached out and said, "Are you considering this?" And I will help you with it. So if that was you watching, if you're watching this video and that was you, hit me again. Click on the link below and go over to Discord and let's hook up. So yeah, I mean, it was like, how do we do this? And I also can do Zoom rooms for up to 100 people. So I've got plans that I'm making there too. Those will probably be like paid workshop type things. But I have the capability of doing that as well. And then we can all talk together too. So there's lots of plans. I will also tell you that there's a big announcement coming next week. It's big. Maybe not too big for you, but it's big for me. So there's a big, exciting thing coming probably Monday. Probably Monday. And I think I will, hit a live stream as soon as it happens. So, so zoomed out. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Totally hearing you. But, when it's not about work or business, Zoom tales, having cocktails with friends, that's pretty cool. And it's better than nothing, right? Okay. Mom in the next 3 months. All right. Yes, there's a cliffhanger. I counted today. I now have 204 decks, divination tools in the collection. And I'm down to like 43 left before I run out. That's only like a month and a half. No, I think it was 47 or 48, but it's like a month and a half until I run out. Now, I have been getting gift decks fairly regularly, and oh my God, is that ever fun? So, the people that, Shantae is one of the ones that has sent me a gift deck, and just what an incredible feeling that is. Wrong thing to shuffle. All right, let me focus in here. Baby Joe, I'm going to shuffle them like this again. All right, Baby Joe's mom over the next 3 months. And about my cliffhanger, I've been teasing this for a couple of months now, but it's finally coming. It's coming down the pike. All right. The Chariot, the Fool, and the Seven of Pentacles. The Chariot says there's a decision, there's a choice of ways to go, but also that things are in motion and that the decision rests with her, okay? That it's her choice which way I'm going here. And then the Fool talks about a new start, a fresh start. So maybe looking in the direction of what would give the sense of a fresh start, a new beginning. Seven of Pentacles says that we're a little burnout. Why did I hear partied out? Burnout. All right. Things seem to be moving along quite nicely, and there isn't much that actually needs to be done right now. So things are bearing fruit. Your project is so close to manifesting, you can taste it, smell it, and see it. It would be so tempting to just reach out and pick it. That would be foolish because it isn't time. Things still need to ripen to grow into their full sweetness. But Chariot is an empowerment card. It's a card of choice. So it's time to really look at the things that she has a choice about. All right. So what are the decisions? What are the available choices? Which way do we want to go to direct our movement forward? And then the Fool is just that adventure, a new beginning, a need for courage and faith, taking a step that some would consider foolish. Okay, so he talks about a test of faith or a leap of faith, that going forward is going to take some trust because it's a new beginning, fresh start, don't really know how things are going to manifest. This is saying that it's ready. Things are ready to manifest, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. Coming forward. Did that make any sense to you? Baby Joe. So yeah, well, I mean, this since the pandemic hit, my collection has gone insane. I was adding to it before then because I really wanted to like get to 200, and boy, I got there. But the last, I've gotten six gift decks so far, and they've all been amazing, just amazing, like eye-opening, brain mind blowing, amazing things. All right, Baby Joe, did that make sense to you, darling? If we look at it for 3 months, first month is looking at options and making decisions, revving up the vehicle, getting in the car, brum brum, where am I going? Okay, triptych time. What's the map? Where are we headed? Second month is okay, new start, new beginning, leap of faith time. Third month is things are almost ready to manifest, almost ready to harvest. Okay. Um, does make some sense? Okay. I mean, if you can be any more specific, I can zoom in. It's hard to, the more specific the context, the more specific the information can be. If you're willing to go there, that's fine. If you're not, that's fine too, sweetie. Okay, they're telling me to take one more. Nine of Swords. Okay. So definitely a heavy situation to be dealt with here. Something that's heavy, something that is waking you up in the middle of the night. There's a lot of worry and heartache going on about this. So, I'm going to look at that Nine of Swords too. I mean, even if you give me like a category, it can be better. The dreaded thought monsters that eat away at the night, stealing sweet and badly needed sleep. Whether these thoughts keep you from falling asleep or wake you up at 3 a.m., it's like they know me. All they do is consume with no beneficial return. The more they eat, the stronger they get and the weaker you feel. They conflate every regret, every mistake, every slight, until the smallest act or thoughtless word threatens to consume you. Okay. And you know what I didn't see here? There's advice. There's a divinatory meaning and then there's advice. So let's go a little bit deeper before we end here. We got a couple minutes. Chariot advice says, you have the reins, pick them up and plunge in. Even if you feel awkward, don't worry. Your skills may be untested, but you do have them. Think of this as a test drive. See how it feels and make adjustments as you go. The Fool says, listen to your instincts and do that thing you want to do, even if you're scared. There's no guarantee that things will always be easy, but your quest will take you where you need to go and to have the experiences you need to have. And then that one, oh, a new apartment. Glands. Okay, yeah, I was getting the health things. On the fence. All right, so that's looking at the options there. New beginning. Health stuff. All right, I'm looking over here to the Seven of Coins for health stuff. The first thing that I'm getting is, since it's the harvest, we're talking about health things that are the result of choices or the result of other things that have happened before. So getting back to kind of the root of the problem. This says, while waiting to harvest your rewards, take the time to review how things went so you can improve next time around. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I'm coming back here to the Chariot saying that there are choices and decisions to be made, information gathering so that you know all the options. And then this is talking about a new start and a leap of faith. So health things, there might be some new untested sort of things or things that are unfamiliar to her. And new things, if she's done conventional medicine, maybe go new into new territory with alternative medicines. I just got CBD oil yelled at in my ear. And I was talking about bone broth earlier. Were you here then? For some damn reason I was talking about bone broth. Micronutrients. It's incredibly nutritious stuff that's incredibly easy on the system. I have a friend who went through cancer, and she was I made her bone broth, and it really helped beef her system up so that she could go through the treatments and succeed in defeating the cancer. So 35, Shantae, you can do it. I remember when I had 35 decks, and it was like, I got 35 decks. Little did I know, but this is kind of what my life is becoming about, and I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. It brings me so much joy. So again, try some alternative therapies, look at nutrition. Definitely stress plays a factor here too. All right. So about the apartment, she's on her way, but she's got to get all the, information together and have an eye to stress and the role that that plays, both in health and being able to make decisions. So, side note, what? Sparkling gold yuzu. There you go. See, Nippon Kodo is everywhere. Everybody knows about Nippon Kodo. I wish you could smell this lotus. I never even thought about, lotus as a scent until I bought this incense. And actually, I first smelled it in a lotion bar, and it's like, why isn't everything lotus scented? Because it's glorious, heavenly glorious, the scent of enlightenment. And I see that we are at an hour and a half here. So thanks for hanging out with me again, you guys. Please, if you're not familiar with Discord, Google what is Discord, or go on YouTube and see if somebody will just, show you what people do with it. I'm going to be watching some more videos too, so that I can well and truly launch this and start getting some people on board. It might be a slow go, but what I want to do is have things planned to happen on Discord. So, there'll be a good reason for being there. Mostly what I'm going to start doing is just popping in all the time. It's always up on my desktop. So I'm just going to start jumping in and, popping in and seeing if anybody's shown up, if anybody's in there. If they are, oh, looky, somebody's in there. Somebody's a patron. Ellie. Elle? Is that one of you guys? Is that? Okay, so that is, what the fuck? That is just, who just joined? Who just said they just joined? Joined already. Is that you, Lisa? Okay. Cards has to say about these past lives with this French guy. Hi, Tina. You came in at the dead end, and unfortunately, live stream is ending now, but past lives with a French guy. Well, it's genial. Lisa, it's you. Okay, so now I know who you are on that platform, too. So it's going to be a lot of dot connecting going on here. So I really appreciate... Good, and Shantae has signed up. I love you guys. All right, I gotta go. My back is firing warning shots like mad. I got shots in my nerve root today. And boy, he hit the target, but it's the other side that's going off right now. So anyway, thanks for being here, Tina. Show up again. Come early next week, Tina, 8:30. And, bring up your French guy again. We'll see what we can do. So, all right. Past lives with this French guy. What do you want to know? Real quick. Give me a yes or no question, Tina. Real quick. This will be our last thing about the French guy. I will go rest, but I'm going to wait until... Yay, Shantae. I love you guys. All right. Are you going to type it out? Or are you going to... One more, you guys, and then I'm going. I'm waiting for a question. Or are you just saying it in your head? All right. Will he come to Vegas? All right. Will this Frenchman come to Vegas for Tina? Socrates, I'm serious as a fucking heart attack. I want a straight answer, okay? Will this guy from a past life come to Vegas?
Shit. Why the fuck not?
I'd say chances look good. Socrates says, why the fuck not? So there's nothing stopping him. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go rest my back and have a brandy. I'm going to have a brandy. I think I deserve a brandy tonight. It's been great hanging out with you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Join my Patreon. Hit the Discord thing. Let's build this. All right, let's build this community. One of the channels is called the Easy Bake Coven, and that's what we're all about. So I will see you over there. Take care, you guys. Be safe. Zen Witch, blessed be.